Namaste. Welcome. So nice to be with you once again for another yoga meditation class. So today, thought we'd do a few things differently. I have a chair, which I'm going to use. If you'd like to get a chair or you have a chair nearby that you would like to sit on, if you have issues with your knees or your hips, they're feeling a little off, the chair is great. If not, a block to sit on or use, and a tie. So, going to have some different things today. So today, I thought we would talk about resilience. So what is resilience? Let me sit in my chair here. It's the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties and its toughness. So being resilient, be able to bounce back from something, to be able to go with the flow in time of change, to keep your calmness. So being resilient. So over the past year, a lot of changes, a lot of things that we've had to adjust to. So are you able to, if you do have an issue, are you able to go into that inner strength and find that resilience to keep on keeping on? So there are 5 pillars to resilience: self-awareness, mindfulness, self-care, positive relationships, and purpose. So resilience, willing to adapt, willing to be flexible and open. So change can be challenging at times, but our true strength comes from being able to bend with the challenge, to adjust, to reframe a situation. So that's why I thought it'd be nice to use the chair. And to start with, a lot of people are home, they're unable to go to a yoga practice, or they're working at the computer. And to know that you can stop and pause for a moment and refresh yourself, even while sitting in a chair. So, resilience. I am flexible yet strong in times of change. There is a natural order to life that I can trust. Life has taught me that while change is inevitable, I need not worry. As I remain present to changes in my life and in the world, I strive to remain open to the flow of good. Flexibility is my strength. Like a willow tree in a windstorm, I remain grounded. When I feel concern for myself or for a loved one, I take a moment to be silent, letting go of limiting patterns or worries about the future. I release resistance and I open to divine inspiration. I realign myself so I can approach every life situation with a sense of grace and ease. From a centered state of mind, I affirm I am flexible yet strong in times of change. So resilience. So allowing yourself to find that comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you. So whether you're sitting on a chair like I'm doing, you have a block, sitting on the block, cross-legged, or on the mat. Do what feels right for your body. listen to what the body is telling you. So I'm having some issues with my knees, so I'm going to be extra gentle with them today. Be kind to myself, you be kind to yourself. So rolling the shoulders up, back, and down, feeling the feet planted on the floor, the sits bones on the chair, or the sits bones on the mat, whatever you're sitting, however you're sitting. And grant yourself this time to come into this time and place. And closing your eyes, connecting with the space around you. Think for a moment, resilience. Think of a time in your life that perhaps you didn't think that you could go on, but somehow you found that inner fortitude and you were able to keep on keeping on. Allow yourself to connect with that feeling. In your mind's eye, allow yourself to remember the strength that you do have within yourself, that ability to find the resilience in the face of change and challenge. Coming into this time and space, connect with the breath and the sensations throughout the body. With self-care and compassion, notice the parts of the body that perhaps need a little more gentleness today. Do you notice where you're holding tension? Are you perhaps concerned about an issue in your life? Can you notice it, your thoughts, and then simply let them go, coming back fully present to this time and space? Start to notice the natural breath, the rising and falling of the belly, the breath, that sanctuary that brings us back to the present moment. So when a challenge arises in your life, can you stop for a moment, pause, and then come back to the breath? Feeling the inhale as it enters the nostrils, the coolness of the breath as it goes down the throat. And then on the exhale, feel the warmness of the breath as it exits the body. Start to deepen the breath, connecting with the bottom of the rib cage, feeling it start to open with the inhale as the lungs inflate. Top of the head rises, spine lengthens, chest opens. Connect with the sensation of the deepness of the breath. Notice as you deeply breathe, you may feel a sensation of lightheadedness as the oxygen permeates throughout the entire body. Feeling the shoulders rise. And then as you exhale, the shoulders release down and back once more. Coming back once more to the natural breath. And perhaps noticing any changes throughout the body from simply doing some breathing. Setting an intention for your class today. Perhaps it will be connecting with resilience and that feeling of toughness and overcoming yet flexible. So opening your eyes, coming into this time and space, and if you're seated, fine, roll the shoulders up, back and down. Feel the sensation. And then coming forward, inhaling and exhaling. And allow the shoulders to relax. And then come to some gentle head circles. Inhaling. Exhaling the chin to the chest. Feel the sensations in the back of the neck. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, releasing. Coming back to center. Coming in the opposite direction. Inhaling. Exhaling, chin to chest. So being resilient, knowing that you can do this at any time, taking those few moments of self-care, perhaps allowing yourself to step away from the computer if you're working. Coming back, placing the hands on the knees, inhaling, opening up the chest, exhaling, rounding the spine. So finding yourself, whether you're seated on a block or the mat, or on this chair, noticing you can do the postures. So taking those few moments for yourself, rounding the back, inhaling, opening up the chest, coming back to neutral. So inhaling, lengthening and reaching, head is nice and loose. Exhaling, twisting over to the left. If you're on the chair, grabbing the back of the chair. If you're on the floor, left hand comes to knee, right hand behind the body. So pressing into the chair or the floor, lengthen through the crown of the head, feeling the twist. And then releasing, inhaling, sweeping the arms up, exhaling to the other side. Same options here. Lengthening, reaching, twisting. So following the breath, inhaling up, exhaling, twisting to the other side. Inhaling up, exhaling, twisting to the other side. Follow your breath. Inhaling back to center, reaching, lengthening, exhaling the hand to the heart. So if you're sitting on a block, you may want to remove it at this point. So extending the right leg out. If you're seated on the floor and you'd like to bring that left leg into the inner thigh, you can do so. If you're on the chair like myself, you can keep that foot flat on the floor. So inhaling, sweeping the arms up, lengthening, exhaling, reaching out, 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 coming down, grabbing the ankle, the knee, the foot, whatever feels right for you. Lengthen, and then exhale, release, and allow the body to drape over itself. Feeling that stretch down the back of the leg. And then releasing, slowly coming back up. Bringing that right foot in, extend the left foot. Same option on this side. If you're seated, you can bring that foot into the inner thigh. Inhaling, inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling, reaching out, 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 and then allowing the body to drape over itself. Taking those nice deep breaths, filling the lungs with air, and then relaxing, allowing the body to simply drape over itself. And then slowly releasing, coming back up. Extending the right leg back out, crossing that left ankle across that right thigh. So you can stay right here if you're on the floor, or bring that foot back, feeling that in that left hip. So seated or on the floor, being flexible, being resilient. Can still do it. Taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, gently hinge from the waist. Feeling that in that left hip. Breathing into the left hip. Relaxing into it. And then slowly coming back up, releasing that left leg from the inner thigh, extending the right leg out. If you're on the floor, left leg out, crossing the right ankle across the left thigh. Can stay right here, sitting in the chair or on the floor, or bring that foot back for a more intense stretch in the right hip. Settle in for a moment, lengthen through the crown of the head, take a deep breath in, hinge forward. Breathing into that right hip. So yoga, many different facets of it. And as a good friend recently told me, there is no perfection. So working on what feels right for your body and what is good for you. Inhaling, coming back up. Releasing, placing both feet flat on the floor, and then just windshield wipering the legs back and forth. So whether you're on the floor or the chair, being able to be resilient and change. And then coming back to stillness, keeping that left foot flat on the floor, bring that right knee up to the chest, grabbing the toes on the right foot. If you're seated and you'd like to extend that left leg out, do so. So extending that right leg up. This is where a tie can come in handy too. Grab my tie here, bringing the leg out to the side, lengthening, reaching, and then coming back to center, releasing that leg, bringing the left leg in, extend the right leg out. Same option here. Bring that knee into the chest. You can grab the toes or put the tie underneath. extending the leg out, and then bringing the leg over to the left. Couple of nice deep breaths here. And bringing the leg back to center, releasing. Feet come flat on the floor. So, coming up to a standing position. So coming onto your knees, and then onto the balls of your feet if you're not on the chair, rolling up one vertebra at a time, bringing the shoulders up to the ears. So standing now. So if you've been working at your computer all day long, you might like a little break. Inhaling, shoulders come up, opening up the chest, taking it in the opposite direction. Inhaling forward. Big deep breaths here. And then sweeping the arms up, coming into Tadasana. So mountain posture. Feet directly under the knees. Head is nice and loose. Lengthening and reaching. Taking a couple of nice deep breaths here. And then as you exhale, push the hips back, coming into Utkatasana. So option here, if you have the chair, you can sit on the chair doing Utkatasana. So pushing the hips back, lengthening, reaching. Deep breaths here. Can you sink a little deeper? And then exhaling, releasing forward fold, dragging the fingertips up the shins, lengthening through the crown of the head, exhaling, releasing. Big bend in the knees as you sweep the arms out to the side. Inhaling, belly button comes to the spine, kneecaps rise, interlace the fingers. Couple of nice deep breaths here. As you exhale, push the hips out to the left, coming over to the right. You can also do this in the chair. That's an option. So what feels right for you today? Remember, it's your practice. No perfection. Deep breath here, lengthen, reach. Feel that stretch down the side body. Exhale back to center, releasing the hands to the heart. And checking in for a moment. So resilience, the ability to go with change, to go into another direction. So suppose you have an injury or you're not able to do something. There are other options that you can try. Always remember that. Releasing the hands down, inhaling, sweeping the arms up, interlacing, lengthening, kneecaps rise, belly button comes to the spine. Deep, deep breaths here. Exhale, pushing the hips out to the right. If it's in your practice, look up to the ceiling. Lengthening, reaching, feeling the side body. Remember, you can do this in the chair. Do what feels right for you in your practice today. Inhaling up, exhaling, releasing the hands to the heart. Pressing the hands together, bringing the elbows out to the side. So keeping the hands pressed together, opening the palms, the fingers. Couple of breaths here. And then interlace the fingers, exhaling. Palms come forward. So remember our fingers and our hands. Be good to them. Inhaling up. Head is nice and loose. And then exhale, release the hands, interlacing the fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Open up the chest. And remember, this can all be done sitting. We are stronger than we know. Just connect with that inner resilience and that mindset of overcoming. Releasing the hands, coming into a wide side. So toes are in, heels are out. You can do this sitting on a chair too. Whatever feels right for you. So rolling the shoulders up, back, and down, lengthening through the crown of the head. This is where you might want one of your blocks. So hugging the feet towards each other, taking a deep breath in, feeling that strength, exhaling, releasing. Fingertips either come to a block or the floor, whatever feels right for you. And then simply allow the body to drape over itself. Couple of nice deep breaths here. Noticing the inner thighs. Noticing the changes in the body. And rising up on the fingertips, lengthening. This is where a block is good. Placing the hand on the block. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Sweep the arm up. So from the tailbone to the tip of the head, feel the body lengthening and reaching. Once again, you can do this in a chair. Exhaling, releasing, placing the hand on the block, sweeping the other arm up. Feel that strength, feel that resilience. Big breaths here. Exhale, release. Allow the body to drape over itself. Couple of nice deep breaths here. Slowly coming back up, placing the hands on the hips, hugging the legs together as you come forward, pivoting on the left heel, bending that knee. So, if you have knee issues, slight bend in the knee, you can go as deeply as you would like. Do what feels right for your body today. So inhaling, coming up into Warrior One. Lengthening, reaching, shoulders over hips. Sensation of right hip coming forward as the left hip goes back. Couple of nice deep breaths here. Can you sink a little deeper? Exhaling the hands to the heart. And then sweeping the arms down and up, coming into Warrior Two. So glancing over the middle finger, glancing down, making sure the knee is tracking over the ankle, shoulders over hips. Couple of nice deep breaths here. So always be safe. Each person's yoga practice is for them. Turning that left palm up to the ceiling, sweeping it up, sinking a little deeper if it's in your practice. And then exhaling, coming back to Warrior Two, straightening that left leg, reaching forward, windmilling the arms down, coming into triangle. This is where a block is handy too. So sensation in that left inner thigh. Reaching, lengthening. And then on the next inhale, release, coming back up into Warrior Two. So hugging the shoulder blades together. And then releasing the arms down and back, straightening that left leg, pivoting on the left heel, pivoting on the right heel. Bending the right knee, coming into Warrior One on the other side. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. So once again, how deep do you want to go? This is your practice. Sensation of left hip coming forward as right hip goes back. Nice deep breath here. And then exhaling the hands to the heart. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, coming into Warrior Two. So adjust the stance. What feels right to you? Can you go deeper? If not, be safe. Make sure the knee is tracking. Glancing over the fingertips, settling in. Shoulder blades are hugging. Arms are simply an extension. Turning the right palm up, inhaling, sweeping the arm up, reaching back down towards that left calf. Nice big breaths here. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, come back to Warrior Two. Straighten that right leg, hinge forward, and then exhale, coming into triangle. Same option here. Hand can be on thigh, can be on a block. What feels right for you? Deep breaths here. And then releasing, bending the knee as you come back up into Warrior Two. Couple of breaths here. And then windmill the left arm, framing that right foot, stepping the right foot back, coming into downward facing dog. So pedaling at the heels, gripping the mat with the finger pads. And knowing you could even do downward facing dog on the chair. Grabbing the chair, coming into downward facing dog. So once again, it's what works for you in your practice today. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling, coming into plank position. Hug the shoulder blades together. Lengthen through the crown of the head, through the heels. Option here, bring the knees down first or lower yourself down onto the belly through Chaturanga. Lengthen the toes. Hands are directly under the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, pressing hands into the mat. Sensation of hands coming towards hips. Exhaling, releasing. Big inhale, exhale, press into the mat. Arms stay close, head is neutral. Big toes are touching, glutes are squeezed. Cobra, exhaling, release. And then bring the elbows directly under the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in. So good for the lower back. So if you have back issues, this is a great one. Once again, resilient. Being able to meet change with grace and ease. Taking a deep breath in, walk the hands forward a couple of inches, and then take a deep breath in. As you exhale, straighten the arms. Allow the hips to sink into the mat. Feel the release of the lower back. Breathe into it. If you have back issues, this is so wonderful. And then slowly allowing the forearms to come onto the mat once more. Place the hands directly under the shoulders. Push yourself up. Knees are wide, big toes touching. Coming into child's pose. So allow the hips to become heavy. Nice and easy. Inhaling, coming back up, walking the hands back. Knees are still wide, coming onto one hip, swinging yourself around. Move my chair back a little here. So, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down, slowly engaging the abdominals. So working on our core, picking the feet up, you can hold underneath, that's fine. Upward facing boat, releasing the arms, you can straighten the legs if it's in your practice. Shaking is good. Come back to the breath. Come back to the moment. And then slowly lowering the feet down, one vertebra at a time. Allow yourself to come onto your back. So bringing that right knee into the chest, extend that left leg out. So just imagine you were standing. Bringing that knee up towards the right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Allow the shoulder blades to melt into the mat. And then grip grabbing the right knee in the left hand, extend that right arm out, pull that knee right across the midline, keeping the shoulder blades on the floor as you look over to the right. So nice twist here without kneeling. If you're having knee issues like I am, this is a great twist. Take that deep breath in, and as you exhale, simply allow the weight of the leg to relax. So strong but flexible. Don't hold your breath. The breath is the vehicle. And then inhaling, bringing that knee back, pulling it into the chest once more, flexing that foot, extending the leg up, pointing the toe, straightening the foot. And then exhaling, releasing, placing that foot flat on the floor, bring that left knee into the chest as you extend the right leg out. So leg is active. It's engaged. Allow the back of the body to melt into the mat. Feeling the distance between the knee and the foot that is on the floor. And then grabbing that left knee in the right hand, extend the left hand out in the T and slowly bring it across the midline of the body. Doing your best to keep the shoulder blades on the floor. Allowing the weight of the leg to simply carry the leg down. Big inhale here as you exhale. Feel the body. Feel the release. Strong yet flexible, resilient in times of change. Inhaling, bringing that knee back to center. Grabbing that knee once more, seeing if you can pull it in a little closer. And then extending the leg up, grabbing behind the hamstring, pointing and flexing the foot. And then bringing that right foot flat on the floor, cross that left leg across it like you're sitting in a chair. Extend the arms out. Walk the feet over to the left and then drop the knees to the right. So feel this in the waist area, a little bit more of an intense stretch. Nice, deep, cleansing breaths here. Use the breath. I am strong. I am flexible. I am resilient. crossing the left leg, cross the right leg up and over like you're sitting in the chair. Walk those feet over to the right, drop the knees to the left, look over to the right. So you can even do this in the chair. Nice twist here. And then bringing the knees back to center, releasing that leg, bringing those knees into the chest and gently massaging the lower back. Taking it in the opposite direction. And then reaching to the soles of the feet, coming into happy baby, bringing the knees towards the underarms. Spine is flat on the floor, head is lengthening. Take a deep breath in here. Little rock back and forth. And then releasing, bringing the knees together, extending the legs out, and then coming up on the forearms, bringing the forearms directly under the elbows directly under the shoulders. Allow the head to fall back. You can stay right here or come up, lifting the hips up off the floor. And then releasing if the hips are up. Releasing, coming back down once more. And then extending the arms overhead in a full body stretch. So side to side, just as if you're standing on the ground. Inhaling and exhaling. So this is something you could do in the morning before you even get out of bed. Lengthening and reaching. So fingers are bright, toes are bright. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release. Allow the arms to come like goalposts. So feel the shoulders and the back connect to the earth. And note the sensations throughout the body. Slowly allow the arms to come down by the sides, feet splay open, palms are open. Allowing yourself to come into Shavasana. So if this feels good, you can stay right here. Or you can also sit on the chair if you would like, whatever feels right for you. So allowing yourself to feel the sensation of the body upon the mat. Allow the head to simply melt into the mat, back of the head, the face, the jaw loosens, the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. feel that total sense of release and yet resilience. Allow the sensations to travel from the jaw down the side of the neck to the shoulders. Feeling the backs of the shoulders upon the mat. The arms. Tingling sensations from the shoulders to the fingertips as the arms open up, welcoming that energy of rest and relaxation. Bringing your mind's eye to the solar plexus. Perhaps feeling a gentle pulsation there. And noticing the rising and falling of the belly once more, the natural breath. Feeling that going down to the hips. Noticing how they feel. Feeling the backs of the legs and the thighs, the knees, perhaps feeling a little better. And then the calves and the feet. Witnessing the body of the entirety of the body, surrounded with the energy of resilience, of rest, and relaxation at this moment. So for the next few moments, allow yourself to simply enjoy the quietness and until we meet again,